ladies and gentlemen, this test that has just been completed was we would regard as a successful test. Again, I'd like to comment upon the excellence of the team effort involving the launch team, the range here, the McDonnell Aircraft Corporation's launch preparation team, NASA's own people here, and the task force under Admiral Hillies that is in the process now of chasing the capsule. We feel that we, in this test, have gotten a lot of R&D information, very valuable information. We will not know all the details until we have a chance to see the records and until we see the capsule. And we hope we'll see the capsule. It was, at last seen, floating very well, holding its flotation. And Admiral Hillies will talk about this in more detail. Also, as you know, this test had the first animal passenger in the production McDonnell capsule. And Dr. Mosley, here on my left, will speak to this in a few minutes. This test also had, for the first time, a closed-loop automatic abort system aboard. As will be brought out here, because of a somewhat high performance of the Redstone booster and this closed-loop abort system, we got an unusually high capsule velocity, which carried it further down range than we had expected. This high velocity performance of the booster will be discussed by Dr. Debus. This capsule also had aboard for the first time in a production capsule test the landing bag system, which apparently, from the downrange reports, worked successfully. Walt Williams, who is the operations director for the Project Mercury, will also discuss the general operations and the general behavior of the capsule and the various teams involved in this test. So now I would like to turn the microphone over to Dr. Debus.
Thank you, Mr. Gilruth. The countdown went very smoothly to a point where some flaps that are supposed to cover the tail plugs of the Redstone upon liftoff were checked. At this time we discovered that a spring had loosened. This was at a very inaccessible place, and therefore it took quite some time to repair this spring. This was the reason for the hold, which you probably would like to know. The second part of the count permitted us to jump several times, and the flight performance was quite normal. Liftoff and flight was quite normal, except for a high velocity, a high thrust. We are presently checking the telemeter records for the exact reasons of this high thrust, and it may probably be found in a thrust regulator performance. The high thrust led to a 10% high velocity close to the projected cut-off time, and we had a higher LOX consumption due to this thrust situation, which led, as was anticipated, to an abort due to thrust decay. We had then a higher velocity and an earlier thrust decay, and the abort functions then started out at this time. The details of the abort function and the detail of the capsule performance will be discussed by Mr. Williams. Thank you.
As Dr. Davis described, the count did proceed normally, and in the second count we saved time. At the time the abort occurred, the sequencing of the capsule is such that the escape tower is fired and a retro package is jettisoned. And these two factors, plus the higher velocity of the Redstone, account for our extended range. In other words, we had additional velocity due to the tower and then did not have the retro rockets to slow the capsule down. This did show us, though, however, that our retro sequence, our abort sequence, worked quite well. It was a good test of this facet of our capsule operation. The flight from then on, from our standpoint, appeared normal until we lost the telemetry signal. Our impact predictions were good from our flight path. The details of this, of course, Admiral Hillies can fill in from his recovery forces. The range operation was very good. We received signals from all stations that we expected to receive signals from, or received the signals at all stations were expected to receive. And we feel again we had a very good workout of our Mercury systems, which is one of the important parts of these tests, to build up a good experience level on all parts of the overall Mercury system. Now, Admiral Hillies, you have, wait, I'm sorry, perhaps Major Mosley? Not very sure. Okay.
The recovery was in general normal to date. I just received a message which says that the destroyer R.A. Ellison is 18 miles from the capsule and will probably get there before the helicopters from the Donner. The preferred plan was to pick up the capsule by helicopters if it could accomplish this sooner. It appears that since the Ellison was closer to the place where the capsule actually landed, it will be the first one there. They estimate that this will probably be around about 3 o'clock. The ships involved in the exercise were 8 in total on the line from Cape Canaveral down to about 290 miles downrange. The capsule actually landed about 96 miles from the predicted position. And however, as soon as we had received early information that the shot would undoubtedly go over the predicted path, we started moving our forces in that direction, as a result of which the Ellison was some 20 miles or more towards the area than it had been when the shot was fired. The first indication we had at 12:08, which was about 14 minutes after the liftoff, was a electronic indication from the capsule, presumably when it was still at 10,000 feet and when the main chute opened. This was picked up by 2 P-2Vs and 1 William Victor aircraft, both Navy, immediately, and they proceeded in this direction. At 12:38, which was the final time, the first P-2V, number 5, reported that it was over the capsule. P-2V number 5 is a Navy P-2V Neptune. And it was the first one to report the visual sighting and that the capsule was in good shape and that the weather looked good for recovery. The pilot of this plane was Lieutenant A.W. Howard of Ormond Beach, Florida, and the technician who sighted it was G.T. Belderbeck of Durand, Wisconsin. As far as we see, there should be no problem with the recovery, and the preferred plan is, upon recovery, to deliver the primate after, of course, he has been inspected on retrieving aboard the chip, with the veterinarian people and the doctors from NASA who are present on the ships, will be taken to Grand Bahamas Island. I think that's about all I have. Very good.
Dr. Mosley, would you like to talk about your protege?
Pardon me, could he move the mic away from his face, please? The mic's away from his face.
That's my way now, sir. One in front.
I'm going to have one, I'm afraid.
Maybe you can hold it down.
Thank you.
Can you still pick it up? We're quite happy with the success of this shot. I only have just one or two comments because we have data to examine yet. The animal performed as we expected all the way. We got good quality signals all the way to loss of signal, and I think that I should limit my comments to that right now.
Dr. Kudner, you have the conscience?
Yeah.
Turn that other mic around, please. The one, that one there. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I have not to add much to what Dr. Debus said. I anticipate that the high velocity cutoff that we got this time will be corrected without difficulties. And we are quite glad that the booster abort system that was flown hot for the first time operated precisely as it was supposed to. Thank you.
Down, please.
Ed Gordon.
Off the steps, please, gentlemen.
Still.
I don't have many comments to make. I think that it would suffice to say that nothing succeeds like success, and I'm certainly very happy with the shot. I think we need to look at all the data to find out just how much real good data we did get, which I think will be extremely valuable to the program.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, because we're trying some new systems, gentlemen on the platform, can you hear my voice? If you have questions now, if you'll please sound off, I'll try to relay them for you. Mr. Whitkin, did you have a... Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Hackus. The question, Admiral, is when you think the chimpanzee may be brought back to land. Do you have a time estimate?
It looks like early tomorrow morning, shortly after daylight. We will not deliver it during darkness because the helicopter's flight can't be controlled the whole time. So therefore, we will probably deliver it early morning.
Yes, sir. Question? Beg your pardon, sir? Question is, do we know if the chimpanzee is alive? I think I can answer that question. While we got telemetry, the chimp was performing as we expected, and that's all we know. What kind of G-force did the animal have? Do you have a number on that, Mr. Gilruth?
Preliminary numbers from the displays in the control central indicate that he got about a maximum of 7 times gravity during the launch and about 12 times gravity during the reentry.
Question is, what is the chimpanzee's name? And it was animal subject number 65. Mr. Whitkin? Question, Major Mosley, is what do we mean by performed as expected? Did he, in fact, move the lever and turn the light out?
Well, as you may imagine, I was quite busy because I was monitoring with Dr. Stanley White from NASA. I was monitoring the physiological data at one end of the room and the performance data on the other end of the room. I think all I can say is that When I was present to see the recorder myself, and when one other gentleman was watching it for me, we did not observe a shock, and the animal got the blue light 2 times to my personal knowledge and got it just exactly right, well within a response rate.
Yes, sir. In the white shirt up here. Question is, what was our flight time and what was our weightlessness time? Either Mr. Gilruth or Mr. Williams, do you have any figures on that?
Well, a normal mission would have been of the order of 15 minutes and a weightless period of the order of 5 minutes. This mission, since we did not receive telemetry to impact, we do not have exact figures. And you could only guess that both of these would be somewhat larger.
Yes, sir. Beg pardon? Well, you flew animal subject number 65. Yes, sir, right here. I don't think any of us know that right now. The question is, did the 106 see the capsule any time after takeoff?
The only intent in this mission was to watch the boost phase, the takeoff phase.
Admiral, you're being asked again for a time estimate of when the ship and/or helicopter will reach the capsule.
It looks like about 3 o'clock, according to the latest information I have now. Sometime between 2:45. In other words, about 25 minutes from now, I should be there, and with luck, should recover them in a short time thereafter.
The other question that he's asking is a mechanical question. He wants to know if you are going to be informed of the status of the animal. And let me say that as soon as we know it, you will know it.